Welcome to What's Up Woodbury, where we believe that a community is more than just a group of people living in a particular area. A community is made up of people, businesses, and nonprofits who are there to serve us when we need it most. Community is our friends, our family, and our neighbors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your community. This is your Woodbury. I'm your host, Matt Johnson of A New Real Estate Group, here to bring you the latest and the greatest of what's happening around town. Hey, what's up, Woodbury? Matt Johnson here from Keller Williams again with another episode of What's Up Woodbury. Today we're hanging out with Greg Metzger of the Christian Cupboard Emergency Food Shelf here in Oakdale. We're going to learn a little bit about the history of the food shelf, its evolution, how they became to be in this beautiful new facility on the campus of Guardian Angels, and then some fundraising and food drive opportunities that we can share with you in the future. So, Greg, tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Well, we've been here now a little over a year.
Okay.
The organization itself is over 35 years old, founded in 1983 by a group of churches, and have been focused on helping the community in those 35 plus years.
Awesome. And originally started over in Woodbury, the Woodbury Lutheran Church, correct?
That's correct. We were actually in the basement of the Woodbury Lutheran Church from the very beginning, the reason that we are here now today is, unfortunately, the community has grown and the need has grown, and so you just need more space to be able to hold more food, be able to hold more people coming through, that kind of thing.
Right.
So it's worked out pretty well.
Excellent. And the address is?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we're at 8264 4th Street North here in Oakdale, right across from Best Buy if you're looking for...
Sure, the park and ride parking lot.
Parking lot, right,
Yep,
parking
gotcha.
lot, absolutely.
And the website?
Sure. So a couple things. If you get the latest and greatest sort of what's going on, it's www.ccefs.org. And that has our hours. We're open serving Monday afternoons, Thursday afternoon and evening, so that's from 3 to 4 on Thursdays, and Fridays in the morning from 9 to 1:30. We also run a new program we started last summer. It's called Wild Card Wednesday. It's kind of a cool deal. We collect groceries from all the area's grocery stores that are just not going to be able to be sold. They just have more than what they need.
Sure.
And so we collect that, bring it in, and hand it out on a Wednesday from 11 to 1 o'clock. So
That's
it's a pretty cool
neat
deal.
opportunity.
Yeah.
And so approximately, you said the need has grown here in the community, obviously, with the growing population. How many households do you serve on a monthly basis?
Sure.
I guess we'll start there.
Yeah, we serve probably somewhere in the vicinity of about 600 households every month through the variety of programs that we have to offer. It sort of depends. Overall, last year we probably served a little over 11,000 households.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 4,400. That's a
No.
much bigger number.
Yeah, it is. Well, through a number of things that we do, we not only do, as I said, the Wednesday program and our regular program. We have a mobile food shelf that helps support a number of senior citizen residencies, and then we do our produce fairs where we bring in loads of produce and hand that out to the community as well.
Yeah, from what I understand, my Lions Club helps out with that a little bit.
Yeah, no, you got some buddies there. There was Don was out there last Wednesday, and it was about 30 below wind chill. We appreciate the volunteers. It's not always that crazy, but sometimes.
Still working with your grocery partners to pick up produce and other foods and bring it back here to the shelf so it can be distributed. That's really cool. And obviously there's a number of ways people can help out here or volunteer. Greg, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, there are a number, as you said, a number of opportunities. We always need folks that can unload trucks. We have folks that stock our shelves, help clean up, straighten up things. And then when people come and visit us, they have assistance picking out items and shopping.
Okay.
So we have what we call shopper assistance. But then we have needs for, I like to call it sort of a executive talent. So if you're interested in marketing, if you're interested in finance, if you're interested in interacting with people, we have folks that help check people in, those kinds of roles.
Right.
So there's a variety of things if you're interested in helping out that we can generally
Unique
find.
talents and skills can be worked
Absolutely.
in.
Like any organization, as you know, you've got needs for marketing, you need finance and accounting, database kinds of things, web stuff, social media, all of those kinds of things. And we only have basically 3 people, myself being the only full-time person.
Right.
So there's a lot of activities that we love to have volunteers help us out with.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. A lot of great volunteers here for the food shelf. And you mentioned that you're the only full-time staff. You started like 5 years ago, was it?
Yeah, it would be about 4.5 years now that I've
Okay.
been involved in the food shelf.
Very
so,
good.
It's been a great experience, and I would say it's been great because of the community that we're in. And you know
Sure.
a lot about the community, but we can't do what we do without the support of businesses like yourselves, but churches, faith communities, private citizens, you name it. If it weren't for the support, not only financially but with food donations and the like, and volunteers, we just that 11,000 households just we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Absolutely.
without
It takes a village, as they say.
Sure.
And so you touched on both financial and food donations. Are there any particular ways that people can get involved from a food donation perspective or financial, or what's
Sure.
the benefit of that?
Yeah, so I mean, a practical aspect is we can always do better with $1 donations, just because we have buying power to do things
Right.
than when you necessarily go to a grocery store. However, it's also important, we think, for families and especially children to understand about the issues of hunger. And,
Sure.
and for kids, the $1 donation is just not as connected. So we encourage families with kids to go to grocery stores and pick out items, healthy food items, right, are important for us,
So non-perishables,
Yeah.
canned items.
Yeah, like fruits, vegetables are always great. They're valuable because they can sit on a shelf, and when you need them, you can get at them. Cereals, especially healthy cereals like oatmeal, or avoid sort of all the high sugar kinds of things. Are always visible. And then basic items are great, like rice and pastas and beans and all kinds of things along those lines. And then one of the things that we try to do is help people prepare food. So things that make food taste better is always great. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise,
All the
or
condiments,
spices and
Salt
sauces,
and pepper, right.
yeah, salt and pepper. All those kinds of things are really helpful for us.
Well, not just food too. I remember my kids' school. They go to Middleton Elementary,
Right.
and I just remember sending some bars of soap and toilet paper
Absolutely.
based on their class. They had a toiletries drive, which benefited the food shelf.
Yeah, so personal care items are always very important. That's actually one place where we can't really buy well. There's really not great resources. So shampoos, body wash, shaving cream is always huge. Toothbrushes, toilet paper, paper towels, all of those things. Unfortunately, none of that is covered by food stamps. So if you're going to a grocery store, anybody that's trying to buy those things, they're not inexpensive by any stretch.
Sure.
So those are always helpful.
And did I see some diaper boxes in back
You
too?
did, in
I
fact,
Okay.
see diaper boxes. Diapers are a huge expense
Right.
for families with kids that are in diaper age. Unfortunately, again, families in that situation tend to buy it in the most expensive way. They're buying them in small packages as budgets allow.
Sure.
And so it's really important that for families we're able to do that. And again, that's another item where the reality is our ability to buy diapers is in quality, and that's what you want to get, is limited. So those are really welcome as well.
Wonderful. So food donations, personal items, toiletries, things of
Right,
that nature
right.
for kids as well, diapers.
Right.
And then you mentioned monetary donations,
Sure.
so the funds and buying power. Tell us a
Right.
little bit more about that.
Well, we work with a number of partners, Second Harvest Heartland and the Food Group. They're large organizations here, and they have the ability to source in large scale. And candidly, they're nonprofit, so there's not a profit margin. So we're
Right.
buying product at cost, basically. So that allows us to get those standard canned goods like the tomatoes and vegetables and that thing at a much more competitive cost than you could if you went to a grocery store.
Right.
It's probably it depends on the item. Some I can buy twice as many. Sometimes I can buy 4 times as many.
Wow.
Sort of depends a little bit on what the things are.
But that
And-
makes the money go further for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we look at, it takes us probably about $12 a household to cover our variable food cost for somebody to visit. And that's
Okay.
working through all the food rescue that we get, and we
Sure.
talked a little bit about, and donated food and purchased food. That's per household out the door.
Lots of different avenues here that you're developing,
Right.
both the resources and then of course the needs out there in the
Yeah,
community. And
right.
speaking of the community, you don't just serve Woodbury, you
Right.
serve Oakdale and Maplewood, right?
Right. Yeah, we serve a broader community definitely than just Woodbury, Oakdale, Maplewood, Landfall, and then for some of our other programs that I mentioned, the
Sure.
Wednesday program and the Produce Fair, we invite anybody that has any need to come
Right.
and visit. So we get people coming from St. Paul, Lake Elmo, Cottage Grove, the whole
Okay.
broader area as well.
Sure, that makes a great program. Wonderful. Let's see. So, the food shelf. Tell us about the facility here.
Sure.
So this was built last year.
Right, we opened it up in the middle of January last year. It's 6,000 square feet. About 3/4 of that space is what we call our shopping area. So that's where people come in and are able to select their items.
Okay.
It's a great opportunity. We, I think, tripled the amount of refrigeration and freezer space that we had
Right.
versus where we were before. And again, if you're trying to get healthy, nutritious food to people, that's produce, that's dairy, that's proteins. and then
Unfortunately,
you-
they're perishables.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you need refrigerators and freezers to
Gotta
be able
move
to take
that.
care
Yeah,
of that.
I was very impressed the first time I stepped foot in the new facility as it was opening, and
Right.
the refrigerated space, the freezer space that you have available,
Right.
and then the wonderful produce benches that were built by the
Right.
Boy Scouts. That
We
was
got a
really
few
cool.
Eagle Scout projects
Yeah.
together. It was
Yeah,
pretty
that was
cool. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think I interviewed him at one of your ribbon cuttings or the
Could be, yes.
roof raising
Roof
thing.
raising.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Any other ways to get plugged in with the food shelf for the community, or how they can help out?
Well, there's obviously, and I don't know if you're going to talk about it now or later, but we have an event called Chili Hubbub. It's on March 10th, which is just a few weeks away. It's a great opportunity for a couple of things. We're going to do a food pack when you
Okay.
come here. So we assemble weekend bags for
Mm-hmm.
kids and live in the community that have a challenge just, getting food during the weekends, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I heard that as many as I think 1 out of 9 children in our district
struggle
suffer
with
food insecurity.
Yeah, it's an amazing number when
Yeah.
you think a little bit about it. So what we do is we got a group of people that are participating in our event, Chili Hubbub, and on the way in they have the opportunity to pack a bag or two so a child can bring that home for the weekend.
Awesome.
But the main event is chili. We
Yeah.
have 20 restaurants.
20 restaurants.
Here, East Metro area, providing their best chili that they can provide.
And you get to vote for the winner.
Yeah, get to choose that. And if chili is not your thing, not to worry. We've got mac and cheese. We probably have 6 or 7 mac and cheese options. There are adult beverages to be had. We have
Fun and games for the kids.
absolutely
Yeah.
stuff for the kids. It's a great opportunity to come out. It's here on the grounds of Guardian Angels
Right.
from noon to 3 p.m. on Sunday, March 10th, right around the corner.
Yeah, March 10th. And so the cool part is when you check in, you come with your ticket, you can check in, you can actually walk through the food shelf, participate in that food pack. You get to see the space that we're in here today, and then proceed out to the tent. It's heated, by the way, heated tent
Right.
with live music,
Right.
20 restaurants serving different chilies, a handful of mac and cheese options, and then, of course, my favorite, the Human Foosball Tournament, which will be taking place out back. And this year, I hope to bring home the trophy, although we lost the last 2 years. So it'll be the 4th year of the Chili Hubbub, the 3rd year of the Human Foosball Tournament.
right.
And Chet the Chili will be there in person, I'm told. If you want to come out and meet Chet, bring your kids.
Get a picture taken.
12 and under eat free. So the tickets are $10 in advance. It's $15 the day of the event. You can buy those tickets here at the food shelf. On the website, if you go to chilihubbub.com,
Yep.
that's CHILIHUBBUB.com, or at the Holiday Seasons Market in Woodbury. So just a little plug there for the upcoming Chili Hubbub. Also, you have a food shelf breakfast
Right.
that takes place in the spring, right?
Actually, in the fall.
Fall.
September.
Yeah.
So we do a connecting community breakfast. We bring in a speaker.
Mm-hmm.
It's a neat event because you're kind of
Yeah.
in and out a little bit right before the workday starts. here in the community. We had Matt Burke 2 years ago,
That was awesome.
and he was
Yeah.
a great job.
I bought his book.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Get the opportunity to meet some of our customers, hear
Right.
their stories. Really a great speaker, and it's a good time. And as I said,
Yeah.
it's kind of you have a wonderful breakfast, and you're out and done.
Have you picked a date yet for that in September?
You know, that's a great question,
No?
and it will be. I think it's the third Thursday of
Okay.
the month, and I don't know what that is, but
Gotcha.
that might.
Gotcha.
We'll stay tuned.
Usually the third Thursday. So, to sum it all up, obviously the food shelf has a ton of need here in Oakdale, and there's a lot of different ways to plug in, whether it's your time, your talents, or your treasure. You can help out the food shelf. If anything, we'd love to see you on March 10th at the Chili Hubbub. We're hoping to have over 1,000 people turn out for that event. We'd love to have you there. All the money raised from that event goes directly to buying food for the food shelf. All
Yep.
the proceeds buy food. So with our wonderful restaurant participants and their generous efforts and donations of chili, your money goes to buy food for families that need it. So anything else, Greg, you care to share?
No, other than just to reiterate what I said sort of before, we are fortunate. I am fortunate to be a part of the organization that's in the community that
Right.
we're in, and the kind of support, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's donated food. It's been an honor to be able to depend on the community to be able to do
Right.
what we do.
Right, just like I say in the intro, a community is, made up of people, nonprofits, and businesses that all contribute to a quality of life or an experience that we all have the opportunity to enjoy. I love the way you said that, Greg. We appreciate you participating today in the
Super.
What's Up Woodbury
Thanks.
for another episode here. Stay tuned next week. Hopefully we'll be talking with the executive director over at the Woodbury Area Chamber of Commerce and introducing the Woodbury Expo coming up in the end of March. Make it a great day. I'm Matt Johnson from the New Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Thanks for paying attention. We'll see you soon.